Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, John Mitchell, with my co-host,
Chase Holiday.
that's Chase Holiday, in case you didn't hear that. So, what are we going to be talking about tonight? Well, we're going to be talking about critical digital literacy. Well, what is critical digital literacy, you may ask? Well, that is the ability to detect biases and underlying messages and so on and so forth in digital media today. So, for example, if you go on Facebook, find an article that says Betty White died, and you're like, oh crap, she died. And then you click on it, and then it says Betty White was eaten by dinosaurs. Wait, what? Dinosaurs? They're extinct. Okay. So that's obviously fake, right? A more real world example would be if you look at the pictures behind me. These are two separate Twitter posts. One has an African American man carrying a bag of food, and the caption says, African American man is seen walking through the water after looting a store. Okay? And then if you look at the other picture has a picture of two Caucasian people walking through the water. And the caption under that post said that they found food. Found. Where'd they find the food? So, obviously, this is a blatant example of bias. You can tell, if you read this, that there were underlying motives between the people who posted these things. Obviously, the bias was geared towards a certain minority of people. So, and there's more examples, and with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chase and let him lead you from there.
Hello, I am Chase Holiday. I'm going to be talking about critical literacy can helps us understand that there is always an angle or an idea that a media source wants us to think about, whether it could be good or bad. So, another thing that people who are critically literate are aware is the power of graphs. Graphs are very helpful for putting complicated numerical information into like a picture or a graphical form, but they can be easily manipulated. So if you take the example behind me, shows the how many Republicans, Democrats, and Independents agreed with the court on a certain issue. The graph makes it look like there's many more Democratic votes rather than Republican and Independents. And these numbers right here could translate to 62% of Democrats and like 50% of Republicans that agree with the court, while the picture makes it look otherwise. So, they manipulate this information to get their point across, even though it might not be correct. So the internet has made it easy to spread fake news, and the goal of this website is to get the people of all ages and resources that critically and digitally literate when reading information online. This website includes a comprehensive article that gives a more in-depth definition of critical literacy to students, and critical literacy to students and to their parents, accompanied by real-life examples and a guide to avoid manipulation. There's another resource directed specifically at educators that will give teachers the resources they need to understand and teach critical literacy in the digital age, and a sample activity that will help the students to be critically literate. Be sure to check out the rest of the website, and happy learning and have a great day.